Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from Arden Progressive School. Today in this session we'll be learning about the adjustment of manager's commission. See, as we have discussed in our previous class that there is a difference between charge against profit and appropriation of profit. Appropriation of profit. So here charge against profit means when the expenses are deducted from the net profit. So here expenses, which expenses? Indirect expenses. Indirect expenses are deducted from net profit. That is why it is considered as charge against profit, because these expenses are deducted from profit. And appropriation of profit means distribution of profit. And as we know, in partnership form of business organization, profits are distributed among the partners. So here distribution of profit is done among the partners. That is why it is known as appropriation of profit. So here manager's commission is considered as charge against profit. Why? Because this is the commission which is paid to managers, whereas partners commission is considered as appropriation of profit. Why? Because this commission is paid to partners. Whatever expenses are being paid to partner, those expenses or that items are considered in appropriation of profit, whereas whatever expenses are deducted from the profit, that expenses are considered as charge against profit. So manager's commission is also a charge against profit because this commission is paid to the managers. And we show this charge against profit in the account profit and loss account. So all the adjustments relating to the charge against profit, it will be shown on profit and loss account. Whereas all the appropriation of profit, that means distribution of profit, is shown on profit and loss appropriation account. So whatever the items, whatever the expenses which is to be distributed among the partners like salary, commission, rent, interest on loan, all these are recorded in profit and loss appropriation account. Whereas whatever charges which are paid out of profit, it will be shown on profit and loss account. So manager's commission is the first item which is considered as charge against profit. Along with this, rent payable and also interest on partner's loan is considered as charge against profit. So all these items will be shown in the account profit and loss account, and all the distribution of profit, partners commission, will be shown in profit and loss appropriation account. Now there are two ways of calculating manager's commission. First is on net profit before charging such commission, and second is on net profit after charging such commission. So here one important thing is manager's commission is always calculated on net profit. But here there are two ways for calculating manager's commission: on net profit before charging such commission and on net profit after charging such commission. So in both the ways manager's commission is charged on net profit, but the difference is here the manager's commission is charged on net profit before charging such commission, and here on net profit after charging such commission. We'll understand this with an example. For example, if a company has earned a net profit of rupees 20,000 and manager is entitled a commission at the rate 10% per annum. So here the rate at which the manager will get the commission is 10%. 10% of net profit, because manager's commission is always calculated on net profit. So here net profit is 20,000 and 10% of 20,000 will be 2,000. So here in this method we just have to calculate the percentage of net profit. Whatever percentage it is given in the question, which is to be entitled to the managers as commission, we will calculate this as simple way. So in this method, the manager's commission is to be paid before charging all the commission. We will just simply find out the percentage of net profit. Whatever percentage is given in the question, we'll just find out that percentage of net profit. But in the second method, which is when manager commission is paid on net profit after charging such commission. We'll take the same example. If a company is earning a profit of rupees 20,000 and here also the rate at which the manager is entitled to commission is 10%. So here to calculate manager's commission on net profit is 20,000 and the rate at which manager is getting commission is 10%. We will write 10 upon 100. But here the difference is, in place of writing 100, we will add the rate of percentage of commission, which is 10. So now it becomes 20,000 multiplied by 10 divided by 110. So by calculating this, we will get the commission 1818.1. So here in the second method, manager is getting a commission of rupees 1,818. So the basic difference between both the method is, in first method where manager's commission is entitled on net profit before charging such commission, we simply have to find out the rate of commission which is given in the question of net profit. Net profit is 20,000. So we will simply calculate here 10% of 20,000. But in the second method, the manager's commission is entitled on net profit after charging such commission. We just have to add the rate of commission in the denominator. So now we will be solving a numerical question based on manager's commission. And the question is, A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio 3:2 with capitals of rupees 5 lakh and rupees 3 lakh respectively. Interest on capital is agreed at the rate 6% per annum. B is to be allowed an annual salary of rupees 60,000. Now during the year 2019 to 2020, the profits prior to the calculation of interest on capital but after charging B's salary amounted to rupees 1,80,000. A provision of 5% of the profit is to be made in respect of commission to the manager. Prepare profit and loss account showing the distribution of profit and the partners' capital accounts for the year ended 31st March 2020. Now here, according to the question, there are two partners, A and B. They are sharing the profits in the ratio 3:2. Their profit sharing ratio is 3:2. Profit sharing ratio. Now, A has brought in the amount of capital rupees 5 lakh. So, amount of capital brought in by A is rupees 5 lakhs, whereas the amount of capital brought in by B is rupees 3 lakhs. Now, next is interest on capital which is charged by the partners. So here, interest on capital which the firm has to pay to the partner is at the rate 6% per annum. Next is D is to be allowed an annual salary of rupees 60,000. So salary paid to B is rupees 60,000 per year. This is the annual salary of B. Next is, during the year, the profit prior to the calculation of interest on capital but after charging B's salary amounted to rupees 1,80,000. Now this is a very important point here. 1,80,000 is the profit which is prior to the calculation of interest on capital. That means interest on capital is not yet deducted from the profit, but salary has been deducted from the profit. So here we will have to find the actual profit earned by the firm, as 1,80,000 is the amount of profit which is earned by the firm after deducting the salary of rupees 60,000 paid to B. So here we will add this amount 60,000 to get the actual amount of profit. That means the amount of profit earned by the firm before charging B's salary is rupees 2,40,000. This will be the net profit. Clear? Now, next is provision of 5% of profit is to be made in respect of commission to the managers. Managers' commission is allowed at the rate 5% per annum. See, if in the question, if it is not mentioned that by which method we have to calculate the manager's commission, we will always refer to the first method. First method was before charging such commission. So, if the method is not given in the question, we will refer to the first method, which is before charging such commission. Manager's commission to be charged on net profit before charging such commission. Now coming to the solution part, we will first prepare profit and loss account. Now why profit and loss account is prepared? As we know, there is one item which is considered as charge against profit, and that item is manager's commission. And we have already studied that whatever item is considered as charge against profit, it will be shown in the account profit and loss account. So here we will record all the items which is considered as charge against profit. According to the question, there is only one item which is manager's commission. Now, as we know, profit and loss account is a nominal account. Rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gain. And this account is prepared on firm's point of view. So here, as we have already calculated the actual net profit earned by the company. Net profit is considered as income for the business. So we will record it on credit side as by net profit. Amount was rupees 2,40,000. As we know, in the question it is given net profit before charging interest on capital but after charging B's salary. So to calculate the actual profit earned by the company, we will add B's annual salary, which is 60,000. So 1,80,000 plus 60,000 is rupees 2,40,000. This is the net profit, actual net profit earned by the firm. Now, commission is to be paid to manager. So this is a charge against profit. That means it is an expense for the business because this commission is to be paid to manager. So we will write here to manager's commission. So as we know, the rate of commission is 5% on net profit. Net profit is rupees 2,40,000. So 5% of 2,40,000 is 12,000. So 12,000 is the amount of commission which is to be paid to manager. Now here there is no other item which is to be recorded as income on the credit side and no other item as expense for the business firm. So we will see here which side is having a greater value. So here credit side is having a greater value with the amount 2,40,000. We will write the same amount on the debit side also, 2,40,000. Now here remaining balance is considered as a balancing figure here. So the amount which needs to balance the debit side is 2,28,000. So this is the profit which is transferred to P&L appropriation account. Now this profit is to be distributed among the partners. As we know, company has earned an actual profit of rupees 2,40,000, out of which it has paid the commission to manager amounting to rupees 12,000. So 2,40,000 minus 12,000 is 2,28,000. This is the leftover profit with the firm which is to be distributed among the partners. So we will write here to profit transferred to P&L appropriation account. So by preparing profit and loss account, we have ascertained the amount of profit which is to be distributed among the partners. Now, after preparing profit and loss account, where we have ascertained the amount of net profit which is to be distributed among the partners, that net profit is transferred to profit and loss appropriation account, because that profit is to be distributed among the partners, and we know profit and loss appropriation account is prepared to show the distribution of profit among the partners. So P&L appropriation account is also considered as nominal account. That means expenses will be recorded on debit side and income will be recorded on credit side. And this account is prepared from firm's point of view. So first we will write on credit side the amount of profit transferred from P&L account to P&L appropriation account. We will write here by profit and loss account. Amount was 2,28,000. Now coming to the expenses of the business. So here the firm has paid annual salary amounting to rupees 60,000 to B. So we will write here to B's salary. Amount is rupees 60,000. So this is the expense of the firm, which is the annual salary of B paid to B, that is rupees 60,000. Next we will record the other expense. Next expense is interest on capital to be paid to partners. So we will write here to interest on capital. Interest on capital for A and B. So as we know, A has brought amount of rupees 5 lakh as capital and rate of interest on capital is 6%. So 6% of 5 lakh is rupees 30,000. Rupees 30,000 is the amount of interest on capital paid by the firm to the partner A. B has brought rupees 3 lakh as amount of capital. B is also entitled to interest on capital amounting to rupees 18,000. So the total amount of interest on capital paid by the firm to the partners are 48,000. So 48,000 is the amount of interest on capital paid by the firm to the partners. So there is no other expenses left to be paid by the firm and no other income to be received by the firm. So now we will see which side is having a greater value. So as we can see here, credit side is having a greater value with the amount 2,28,000. We will record the same amount on debit side also, 2,28,000. So the remaining amount is considered as balancing figure. So the amount of balancing figure is rupees 1,20,000. So this 1,20,000 is the amount of profit which is to be distributed among the partners. As we know, company was having a profit of 2,28,000, out of which it has paid the amount of salary to B, that is 60,000, and also interest on capital to the partners. So by deducting the sum of all these expenses from the profit, we get the amount 1,20,000 as the leftover profit. So this leftover profit is now distributed among the partners. So we will write here to profit transferred to, now this profit will be transferred to partners capital account. So to profit transferred to A's capital account and B's capital account. So according to the question, A and B were sharing the profits in the ratio 3:2. Now the amount of profit is rupees 1,20,000. This was the share of A. Share of A will be 3 divided by 3 plus 2 is 5. This is 72,000. So the amount of profit shared by A will be 72,000 and the remaining amount, which is to be calculated as 2 divided by 5. This is 48,000. So B will share the amount of profit 48,000. So by adding both these, we will get the amount 1,20,000. So here, by preparing profit and loss appropriation account, we have ascertained the amount of profit shared by A and the amount of profit shared by B in the ratio 3:2. Now after this, we will prepare partners capital account. Now this is the format of partners capital account. Partners capital account is the account which is prepared from partners point of view, which means all the incomes earned by the partner is recorded on credit side and all the expenses paid by the partner is recorded on debit side. So as we know, partner has received a salary. So first we will write by salary. Salary was received by the partner B amounting to rupees 60,000. Now the amount of capital brought in by A and B is also considered as income for the partner. So we will write here by balance brought down. A has brought in the amount of capital 5 lakh and B has brought the amount of capital 3 lakhs. Now next, both the partners are entitled interest on capital. So we have already calculated the amount of interest on capital paid to A and B. So A have received the amount 30,000 as interest on capital and B has received the amount 18,000 as interest on capital. Next, income for the partner is the profit distributed among the partner, which we have calculated in P&L appropriation account. So we will write here by profit and loss appropriation account being profit. So the amount of profit shared by A was rupees 72,000 and the amount of profit shared by B is 48,000. Now as we can see, there is no expenses which are to be paid by the partner to the firm. That means no item will be recorded on debit side. So it is clear that credit side is having a greater amount. So we will calculate this amount. Amount is 4,26,000 of B and 6,02,000 of A. We will record the same amount on debit side also. 6,02,000 A's total and 4,26,000 B's total. So here the balancing figure will be written as to balance carried down. This is the closing balance of partners capital account amounting to rupees 6,02,000 of A and 4,26,000 of B. So this is how question based on calculation of manager's commission is solved. In the next session, we'll be studying about some more items which are considered as charge against profit, such as rent payable and also interest on loan. That's all for today. Thank you.